behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time once again. We're glad that you could join us today. Got another great interview coming up for you in just a moment, but before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and you're always going to get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And let us know what you think on the comments section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV, and feel free to like the page, comment everything you see, and inbox us, and we'd love to hear from you there. And also, if you email us at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com, we'd love to hear from you there as well. And you can use that if you're a band or solo artist want to be on the show, or simply a fan. If you're a fan of the show, we'd love to hear from you there as well. And we're going to recap all this at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Shediac, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Brian Mallery, a very talented country music artist, and I think you're going to agree. And we'll get to that in just a second, but here's a quick word from Click Jam. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Hello everybody, it's time for interview time, and with us from Shediac, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Brian Mallery. Thanks for joining us, Brian.
Hey, I'm really glad to be here with you, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad that you come by today. Tell us a little bit about how it began for you as far as being an artist, because everyone has their own story, and I'm sure you have an interesting story to tell about that.
Well, yeah, I started back when I was like 5, 6 years old. I just always had a love for music. Even as a small child, I was trying to sing, and we ended up having a guy that stayed at our house because he was working out of town. So he stayed at our house and he played guitar. And whenever he'd get up and leave to go to work, I'd sneak in his room and strum on his guitar. And one day it was raining and he came home early and caught me. So after the initial, being mad at me because I touched his stuff, he went home for the weekend. And when he showed back up Monday night after work, he had a guitar for me. And he said, if you're really serious, he said, I'll show you 3 notes. And by the end of the week, if you can play me them 3 notes, I'll show you some more. So by the time he got back from work on Tuesday night, I was playing him a song. So that's how it all started. Unfortunately, we lost him this year. He passed away, but he was able to at least see my progress over the years. I've recorded a number of albums now, and so he was able to see all that. So he knows that his good deed didn't go unshown. I continued on with it.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Brian.
Thank you.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about some of the people that influenced you when you were growing up? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, mainstream artists that have really influenced you.
Yeah, I've been a big fan all my life of, like everyone else, I suppose, George Jones, Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard, Gene Watson, Vern Gosdin. Were actually big influences on how I developed my style. And later on, in life, it was my good friend Daryl Singletary that really influenced me a lot and actually put me in touch with a Nashville producer and got me back into the music business after my accident. He was able to get me into a studio in Nashville. So I'd say he's sort of high on the list for me as well. If not for him, I wouldn't have met my producer that I use today, Greg Cole, and maybe my career wouldn't have advanced, as far as it did musically.
Well, yeah, those are definitely legends for sure, and I know listening to your song, I can definitely tell a lot of those artists are coming out in your song there. Why don't you tell everybody exactly how we can contact you or get your download your music? I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you got physical copies, you can volunteer that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like you said, I'm all over all of the digital downloading platforms. Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all that stuff. But you can also contact me. We are currently working on a new website. I have my son helping me out with that to get us a new revamped website. So that should be up shortly with the availability to purchase my merch and everything on there. But for now, if people want to look me up either on YouTube or if they want to look me up on Facebook, I can certainly get them out some merch and some physical copies of the albums for those that still do the physical copy of the albums, which I'm the type of music that I'm playing. We still have a lot of diehard fans out there that love to have that physical copy in their hands. So just contact me via Facebook and I'll be sure to get you out a copy.
Okay, well, I know he'd appreciate it if you downloaded his music, and so go right away to those streaming platforms. And speaking again of your music, we got a song called "Drinking Jack Daniels on a Sunday." It's a very good
Yeah.
song. Is there a story behind that, or is it self-explanatory? Maybe you can let us know.
Well, it's while I was searching for songs for my last CD, I ran across this one from a great young songwriter, and it fit really in well with me. I'd released a French song a few years ago. Being from Eastern Canada, we are bilingual here, French and English. So I had put out a song that me and my wife and a buddy of mine, Paul LeBlanc, had written called "My Buddy Jack," and it was talking about how people want you to throw away that Jack Daniels sort of thing. So when I ran across this song about drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday, it was like the answer to my English version, So I grabbed a hold of that right away, and what an awesome song! I mean, the songwriting on that is just incredible. A lot of people will say to me, why don't you write all of your own songs? I guess the answer to that would be when you find something better than what you have written, don't ignore it, record it.
Mm.
So that's what happened here.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned a minute ago, I did listen to the song, just recently, and it was a pretty good song, I think, and I think everyone else there is going to agree. We'll get to that in a second, but I think that's all the time we have for right now, Brian. And we thank you for coming on the show. We'd love to have you back again sometime.
Yeah, well, I'd love to come back, Paul. I appreciate what you're doing for country music and helping us independent artists get our name out there a little more. We can never have enough exposure. So it's guys like you that help us advance our career. So thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And I appreciate that positive feedback. You made my day, Brian. I appreciate that. And so let's go right to that song. Here's "Drinking Jack Daniels on a Sunday" by Brian Mallery, and we're gonna get to that right now. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There's a Bible on the table, a bottle in my hand. One's full of truth, the other's empty again. I could have turned the good book's pages, but I turned the other way. Now I'm drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday. Mama's praying for me to somehow find my way. I've found the bottom of this bottle, numbs the pain. While she's falling on her knees, I'm falling on my face, drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday. A distant church bell rang, lonesome sound. This used to be the Lord's day, but I'm too lost to be found. All the preacher's words won't wash this hurt away, like drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday. I had all a man could want and so much more. A woman to dream with and 2 children I adored. But a cold goodbye by their gravesides in the rain left me drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday. A distant church bell rings, and it's a lonesome sound. This used to be the Lord's day, till the Lord laid my world in the ground. All the preacher's words won't wash this hurt away, like drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday. I'm drinking Jack Daniels on Sunday.